What's going on, everybody? This is the second time I'm redoing this video. The first time I did it, I noticed I've had this Ray Charles thing going down. I kept like looking like down here as I'm talking because I'm not really used to looking at a certain thing. So if you see me doing this, just know that it's because the fucking camera's right there. I'm not used to it. Now, welcome to today's adventure, buying our followers on social media. Yes, you can, in fact, fucking buy your followers on social media. It's exciting, right? So, let me just start with a little bit of background about how I even came on this subject and what's going on with it, right? Now, with me having my own business, I kind of have a separation of church and state. Here's me in my personal domain, in my personal life with my friends and shit, my long ass nails. See that? Over here is my fucking business. I don't want the two to mix. This is not good. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want this over here doing this to itself and this doing this to itself, right? Now, the problem that I had was starting with my business. I wanted to, of course, get going on the proper social channels, right? So I wanted an Instagram, I wanted a Twitter, I wanted all that good stuff, dude. Now, the problem became that I'm having to start from scratch, and scratch takes forever for you to go ahead and build up. Now, not really forever, you can get it going, but I didn't like the rate of speed mine was going. My biggest problem was I had no content to push. What am I going to push? I don't want to talk about social media shit. I don't want to talk about social media marketing for your business or website design for your business or anything like that, right? I just want to have something that's organic and that lets people know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I could do. This is a little bit about the business. Basically, I don't want my Instagram to be like LinkedIn, which I wouldn't be mad about because if you see my LinkedIn, it's actually pretty funny and nothing like a standard LinkedIn profile. Now, with that being said, I was like, well, what can I do, right? And I was like, well, I target a lot of local businesses here in the city. I do website design, I do their social media, all that good stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and get a whole bunch of hot chicks. I'll have them go to places in my city, pose and all that, and, just let that be. Let it go ahead and grow like that. The problem was, though, I had something like 67 followers, and I was just like, nah, this isn't cool. We need to boost this up quickly. I started poking around online, and I actually found an article that said you can buy your followers, and I was like, oh shit, buy my followers. This sounds like a fucking scam waiting to happen, or Silk Road 2.0. So I began the process here of looking for a place to buy my followers. I set about looking around, and the first place I checked was eBay. It's actually the first place that I actually even used eBay, right? So I took a look at it, and there was more than a few people selling. So what I saw, just to give you some prices, right? As a matter of fact, let me try to pull it up right now. Now this is gonna show like shit because it's just shitty, right? Oh, I don't know, because I'm using my camera phone and I should probably get better about how I'm gonna do this, but so here's a whole bunch of people on eBay. See that? 5,000 followers, like $13, $6. Just to read you what it said. Top one was 5,000 high quality Instagram followers and refill instant start, 1382. Second one was 1K Instagram followers or 2K post likes, ultra quality fast save, $6. So I went ahead and the first person I saw, I went through and I checked their shit. And what I noticed was they had a pretty good seller rating. They were at a 99%. With that, I went ahead and checked their negatives. They had two negatives. Negative number one was, I forgot what it was. Negative number two was the fact that all of their followers were from Egypt, which could be a problem because what are you, where are you located, right? What are you buying this for? Obviously, if you're in Egypt, that's not a fucking issue. But if you're in the Ukraine or fucking Canada or America, anywhere else, that's going to be a huge issue, right? Maybe not on the outside, but on the inside, if people start looking in, they're going to wonder, why the hell are all your followers squiggly, squiggly line name, you know? So I was like, you know what? I have about $15 to waste today. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this. I submitted my order, and the turnaround time they said was 1 business day. Now, in the order, I didn't know how anything worked, right? I just had my eBay username and stuff. So I was like, hey, message to seller, here's my Instagram. They were super quick, dude. I don't know if they were from the US or where they were from, but they messaged me back and they were like, hey, don't even worry about it. We got you. Give it 24 hours. I was like, cool, right? Sure enough, 24 hours later, I'm scrolling through and I'm checking my Instagram. Boom. 3,500 followers, just like that. Let's take a look here. Boom, right? So I was like, fucking cool. You know what I'm saying? That's dope ass shit. Let me see what's actually going on here, right? Let's see who's following me. So I looked into it, and just to kind of give you a heads up of what it looks like. These are some of the followers. Read you their names, right? Tatiana Work, Tattoo Vadu. All of those are from like the Ukraine. Cute little kitty, free Halloween costume, stuff like that. So here, there's this chick, Tatiana Work. Let's pull her up. She's actually kind of hot, and she's got like some kind of website. Oh, she's actually BBW, if you see that. Thumbs up to that. All right, so I was like, that's cool. Here I go. Now I have a whole bunch of followers. So the question becomes, what am I doing with these followers? What's your intention? Because it's obviously established now that this is a real thing. You can get followers. You can buy followers. How is this going to benefit you? How is this going to benefit your brand? Let's take it back to that. If you are a brand that sells something, this is double-edged sword, right? So first off, it's not going to help you. Why is it not going to help you? Because you want real people who are really going to buy your shit. Here's the other side of the sword. It is going to help you. Why is it going to help you? Well, the simple reason becomes that by you having, of course, amassed a significant amount of followers, people are going to naturally be more curious as to what you are, what you do. They're going to want to check you out. They're going to know, hey, who is this guy? What are you doing? What is this brand? Why do so many people like it? Now, what's going to fuck you off, though, is these are pretty much, for the most part, ghost accounts. So when you post, if you have 20,000 followers and you're only getting 7 to 15 likes because, hey, you really just don't have that big of an organic audience, that's definitely going to raise some questions, and it's going to kind of look weird, right? So if you're selling things, it's going to hurt you. It's going to help you at the same time. The biggest way to utilize it if you were selling things is, yet again, just to build a huge customer base up front to the point you look more successful than you really are, and just play it that way. Hey, here you are. You're doing it big, right? You got all these fucking people, and figure it out as you go from there. Now, I'll give you some like tips and tricks at the end to boost up your followers using Instagram and Twitter. But for right now, that's where we're at. Now, let's say maybe you're a blogger. Maybe I don't know, a fitness coach. You fucking do yoga and shit, and people love you for it, right? Now, hey, this is a perfect avenue for you, right? Why is it a perfect avenue for you? Because what you want the bigger number. You want the more followers. You want businesses to look at you and be like, oh shit, this person has fucking 140,000 people and she's a fucking yogi and we sell fucking yogi socks or whatever. This is fucking great. Let's hire her, right? So that's a good thing. Now, to burst your fucking bubble, there are certain things and programs out there that can check to see how many of your followers are actually real followers, right? How many of them are actually active, all that good shit, and it could fuck it up. Now, a lot of businesses are actually just not smart enough to use that shit yet. So you still got some time on it before the curve catches up, right? Now, let's talk a couple of things about just general best practices to build up your followers organically. The best way on Twitter and Instagram is usually a follow for a follow, a like for a like. Now, when I say that, I mean just go ahead and go in, follow people, like, follow people, like, follow people, like, follow people, like, and then a couple of days later, unfollow all of them, right? It's kind of fucked up, but there's, etiquette to this shit. Usually a follow means a follow, and at the end of the day, if you just want to get higher up, hey, there you go. That's a perfect way to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I know there are some limiters on some websites, like I think Twitter. They, if you unfollow so many people, they get butthurt, or they think you're doing something about that, and they might put a little bit of a ban on your account. I've personally never seen it, and I've purged hundreds of people organically, just me myself, just click, 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 get them off. Right now, where are we going with this? So we talked about how to build your shit organically. We talked about the fact that this actually works. We talked about one of the biggest pitfalls is the fact that these accounts are pretty much just ghost accounts, right? So just to give you some hope, there are some websites out there that do promise like a $99 monthly fee, and of course they will maintain active accounts, meaning they'll like your shit, they'll look like they're real, and yet again, that score that we talked about is not going to be affected. So if you are looking to go that route, that's definitely one way to do it. Just Google Instagram followers. I believe one of them is called Buzzoid, is what you could look into. Yep. So at the end of the day, buying followers is a real thing. It's very much useful, so to say, just depending on how you manipulate it and how you make it work for you. Now, it can also be very unuseful depending on how you go into it and what intentions you go into it with. So if you're going to do it, just be prepared for, yet again, a lot of ghost accounts. And if you're not going to do it, follow those tips I gave you earlier, and you should be good to go. Other than that, stay tuned for my next video. And shit, I got a text. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at social media SA1, or follow me on my Twitter at social media SA1 as well. Instagram's probably funnier. Or follow me on LinkedIn. That shit is hilarious. I don't know what it is right now, but I'll put a link up on my Twitter. Thanks for your time. Have a good one.